Do you want to score high in your exams? Do you want to be a very excellent student in your school? If so, you have come to the correct place. Let's discuss today how to score high in your exams and how to become excellent student. My dear children, we have been talking so far about how to give others and how to reflect on the truth of this world. So today we try to take a new perspective of the life, because many of you who are students in your schools would love to score high in your exams. My dear children, there's a very famous saying, a man is known by the company he keeps. So it will be in vain if you try to keep the same company and try to change yourself. Because, my dear children, you are the 5 most commonly associated people that you associate with. If you change this association, you change without even your knowledge. Therefore, that is why, my dear children, it is very important to carefully pick the personalities that you want to associate. For example, if you're someone who is very keen on studying, if you're someone who wants to excel in your exams and to score high in your exams, you might have noticed something in yourself. You will always associate the people who study very hard in your exams. Just imagine that you are someone who perform somewhat in the middle level in the exams. But if you are someone very serious about performing the best way that you can in the exams, whom should you associate? Of course, my dear children, you have to associate the best people. What if you can't associate them? You have to take all the courage and effort to associate them. There's another famous saying, my dear children, pay any price to be in the association of extraordinary people. My dear children, this is so important because the association will make you change even without your knowledge. It sometimes works as magic. My dear children, if you're very serious about changing yourself, this is a very easy way to change yourself. Otherwise, it is very difficult, it's almost impossible. You may have heard that many successful people in life have associated many other successful people. That association that they got paved the path for their own success. My dear children, that is why we have to associate the correct people that we want us to be in the future. My dear children, you associate your parents. So just imagine how lucky you are. They always will nourish you with the correct attitudes, with the virtues that they have learned from their parents. Therefore, my dear children, you have to associate with your parents maximally. And you also get the association of your teachers, who will make you to practice all the good virtues, all the good human virtues. Therefore, you will become a good human being. My dear children, you should be grateful to your teachers, starting from the kindergarten, the ones who raised you up and who taught you the very lessons that you have to teach yourself. They taught it to you. They taught how to write letters. Not only that, they also taught you how to be a good human being, how to care for others. They taught you that caring is sharing. Therefore, you knew that you have to share with others if you want to take care of them. My dear children, all these things that you got from the correct association. My dear children, but it's like a curse for the children who live in this day and age. Look at some people, look at some children who associate many different people that are on social media. I'm not blaming them. There's nothing wrong with them because they don't know that this truth. A man is known by the company he keeps. For example, if you're someone very serious about performing best in your exams, what will happen if you associate with someone through the social media that someone who is very fond of playing, let's say, video games, computer games or mobile games, you will in no time find yourself addicted and dependent on the computer games. You can't stop yourself, my dear children. Therefore, you have to be very vigilant and extra super cautious when you pick the right people to associate with. If you want to become a master in computer games, there's nothing wrong with associating with those kind of people. But if you're very serious about studying and performing well in your exams, you must associate with the people who also try and thrive for that. Therefore, my dear children, associate the correct people that you want to be in the future, that you look forward to. This goes not only with education. My dear children, if you want to excel in any other specialty, for example, let's say that you want to be a professional dancer, so whom should you associate with? You should associate the ones who are very energetic and who are enthused about dancing. What happens if you associate with someone who is very enthused about fishing? Let's say, you will also become naturally enthused in fishing. Therefore, dear children, you have to associate the correct people. My dear children, what do I mean by associating them? Is that having a chit-chat and talking with them? I don't mean that, not only that. By the word association, I mean you will become them by imitating their actions and the way that they think. You will also get them infected into your mind. Because, my dear children, all these values and these virtues, they are so infectious. Those are called views. Those views are so infectious to each other because when we associate them, when we try to like them, we internalize those views and we inculcate those views and we become them. Therefore, my dear children, you're the one who you associate with the most and the top 5 people out of them. So if you want to change yourself, what should you do? I don't mean that you should change the people that you associate with. I mean, you should stop talking with them. No, that's not what I mean. You should always help others as much as you can. What I mean by association means when you try to imitate, when you try to inculcate bad views from the others, then you will become bad in no time. Don't let that happen to you, my dear children, because your life is so precious. You have a human life, then you have no idea how lucky you are. Because you can hear these words, you can get the maximum benefit of this human life. My dear children, your life is so precious. Your parents know that. That is why they try to give you the maximum protection. My dear children, when you know that your life is so precious, you will come to realization that you should take the maximum benefit of it. How can you take the maximum benefit of it? Of course, a man is known by the company he keeps. My dear children, you have to associate the right people. And don't hesitate to pay any price to be in the association with the extraordinary people. Because of that association, you will become extraordinary. My dear children, I really want you to become extraordinary because your life is so precious. I'm so sure that you can do it. If you really are serious about this, about achieving the greatest achievement that you are striving for, yes, this is the way. You can do this, my dear children. So I really want you to be empowered of your life. You have to take the responsibility of your own life and try to make it a bliss. That is when you can call yourself as contented. So if you are someone who is very serious about your education and performing well in your school exams, try this and let us know about your remarks, about your comments through the comment section. On that note, we can conclude and take the maximum benefit